Hello, folks! Today, Poly Champions brings you one of the best 2v2 games of Season 19 full of innovative strategies. We'll see Cymanti boosted cloak attacks, Elyrion going for an Egg Houdini, and the high point of the game is a fantastic bridge chain where Zebasi plows through his own ally to destroy 2 centipedes, a shaman, and a cloak. So cool! Okay, let's watch the game. Hello, I'm eSpark. I'm leader of the Arctic Wolves, and with me today is VSDST. Hello!
My name is VSDST, and I'm a platinum player for Wildfire. It was me with Jackie, with 2 players for Wildfire, against Reaper and Center of Anso, 2 platinum players of Ronin. I'm playing as Zebasi, and my teammate Jackie is playing as Imperius.
Okay, and opponents are Elyrion and Cymanti. High points game, right? These are some really strong tribes.
Yes, I think this was 8-point game, so maximum points.
So I think the opening was pretty standard, right?
Yeah, standard open for Cymanti goes towards his teammate and grabs the fungi. And also standard for Imperius. Turn 1 level up and move toward the middle. Same for me. While Elyrion does poly push and another poly.
Yeah, I thought all of these first few turns were really pretty standard stuff, like very textbook openings.
Yep, nothing special so far. Although Elyrion goes for the ruin immediately instead of going middle for the village. One thing to note is that mine and Cymanti's village density is really good. Like I have 3 villages that are really easily findable. Same for Cymanti. While for Elyrion, he has this village which is a bit further away, hard for him to get. And for Imperius, similar. Although quite a bit worse for Imperius, which leads to this game being me and Cymanti powerhouses while Imp and Elyrion are like supporters.
Yeah, Imperius doesn't have as many villages nearby. Absolutely. Oh, look at
Yep,
that.
and then
Look at that. Go back. Zoom in. What did that ruin give?
Performance
Fishing. That's terrible. That's like the worst ruin to get on a Drylands map.
So I start off expanding with the 3 warrior opening, and both warriors find village. Third one doesn't find a village here, but he will find a village here, which is very useful, and I get two riders.
Hello there.
I continue expanding forward, and this rider is very useful to capturing this village, which Elyrion does not have protected. Like, he should not have stepped on this village, knowing that he cannot kick me off if I had knocked him off, which I do right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have any units in range. You're going to get to keep that village.
That is quite a big mistake from their part, and pretty greedy. But if they got this village, it would have been really good for the game, for their game. I decided to get roads here because there's not many other options I can go for, and roads would allow me to get this village, and I can already see that I have enough villages for.
Oh yeah, Grand
Like, I will
Bazaar.
have-
You can get them, hook them up
Bazaar,
with
yeah.
roads. That makes sense.
Yes, and it's pretty cheap for me, so I go for roads pretty early, and I get to expand faster as a consequence. Next to city, upgrade my capital, upgrade, and do 3 village captures in 1 turn.
Wow. Ah, okay.
And
You got an
straight in-
embassy with Imperius. Let's switch over to yeah, let's see what's going on with Imperius, your teammate. Like you said, there's no villages.
Yeah, he's got 1 village now. He found the middle village, and he gets the 2nd village. But the problem with Imp getting these villages so late,
He can't upgrade
especially
them, right?
being-
There's no fruit?
yeah, he also can't upgrade them. That's also the 2nd caveat.
Oh no.
That really stalls him against Cymanti, and then even though he gets these 2 villages in front of him, he can't really do much. Like, he has a lot of units here now, but he can't do much against Cymanti.
Yeah. So you guys were planning like an embassy rush.
Yes, we were planning to both get embassies, but I got roads instead. And we switched to me being powerhouse and him supporting me. Like, we also knew that he wouldn't get more villages. Like, these 3 villages would be most of his villages for most of the game. So it isn't as beneficial for me to send him a village as it is, not a village, an embassy, than to him to send me an embassy. Like, it's much more valuable for him to send me an embassy and me focus my stars in short term to try snowball myself into late game. And like Imp seems pretty threatening here on Cymanti, given he has like relatively more units. Won't amount
Yeah,
to
but
much.
Cymanti can boost units and I don't know. Cymanti's really strong.
Without roads, he can't really go against him.
So yeah, you have your
I got an
embassy. That was the plan. That's really nice. I think they also get an
Yes.
embassy next turn. They're thinking the same.
And I keep upgrading, expanding. I got an explorer here, which doesn't show that much. Has very few tiles. Like it went really around here, so it didn't really show us Elyrion. But it was pretty unlucky the explorer went with like a C shape like this.
Yeah, so tell me, you said before you don't upgrade that middle village for a while. So now you get the middle village and you want another explorer.
Now that this explorer took away a lot of this fog, the rider goes here, hits this, and takes off this fog.
Did you prime the explorer? You wanted to remove that fog?
Yes, because if we don't remove the fog, the explorer guaranteed it goes this way.
Yeah.
And then here. And then it does have a decent chance to go back into Imperius, which we already have all vision here. So
Yeah,
we
you don't
sacrifice
need
the rider.
you don't need vision on your teammate. You can already see that. You want it to go into the south. You want to see your opponents.
So we prime that explorer and get yet another explorer. And
Does
this
it
explorer
behave?
gives us almost full vision on Elyrion.
But no lighthouse. Oh well.
A lighthouse would have helped us get a giant here a lot earlier, but can't do much about that.
Yeah. I think there is some kind of secret where you can slip mid you on a 20 to get your explorers to get a lighthouse. But clearly you didn't do that for this game. Yeah, I saw they got their embassies on turn 8.
Now there's a bit of strategy coming in.
Okay. Yeah,
In
tell
these
us.
next few turns, I have a ton of vision, and I can basically see anything Elyrion makes. And so I choose to moving this rider forward. Not only allows me to hit this village, but it also kind of baits this warrior to enchant this Polytor and go hit this rider.
So you
And
put
that is
the rider
beneficial.
there on that forest as like a bait? You wanted them to enchant that Polytar?
Yes. Because he pushed the warrior here with a Polytar, this rider can easily hit this without building more roads. So we can eliminate all the threats, protecting this village from getting sieged, and we can do a siege. And by doing this push, he also has nothing on the village. Like he cannot create a new unit. And we knew that because we can see all three of their warriors.
Yeah. And you had vision.
My turn?
You could see it was empty.
Yes.
Yeah.
We could see what is empty. We knew there was a warrior here, and we could see that there was an archer here. So we had to carefully plan the sequence of moves. And we use... we do upgrade the capital in the meantime. Or rather, get it without one pop. And it's going to stay without one pop, unfortunately, because we didn't get this lighthouse. We built 2 roads here, with a rider from all the way over here. Kills this warrior and fully blocks this warrior.
Wow.
So they no longer have 2 hits on this village and cannot unsiege this village.
Wow. That's so cool. So you planned in advance. You knew they were pop capped. They couldn't get another unit. You saw the archer, but that one archer is not enough. And then you placed the 2 roads to block. Very cool.
Yes, but both these riders were kind of bait to have his units go into me so that I can kill those units and have this village unsiegeable. Because if he went back with those units, I wouldn't have enough hits to kill all the units that could hit back, and he could unsiege.
You had all those riders and the 2 roads to get in there and block. So you're going to get that city. And it also has a few farms. That's going to be nice. Ooh, you could probably get a giant there.
Yes, getting the city is very massive for our game. So I have a massive amount of units against Elyrion that's going archers.
Yeah, it makes sense. They saw that big score jump. Like you said, you got 3 new cities in one turn. You got like 1,000 points. So they're anticipating a giant. But no, you just had a lot of riders and roads. So you were able to sneak in there and block. I love it.
And like, as you said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 farms here.
Yep.
So,
Expecting giants. There's farms. There's going to be a giant. Yeah, because you can put a road,
Yep.
farm, and then 3 more farms. Then you got your giant.
and this village finally lets us to giant in the capital. Imp finally gets the city. Now zone 4. Same as Cymanti, but Cymanti is getting cloaks now, which we also do
Yes.
not see.
Because,
So we didn't know that.
because the cloaks did not come from the capital. Because you have vision on the capital with diplomacy, but the cloak didn't come from there. Oh.
Yes, it came from a sneaky fourth village of Cymanti.
And boosted cloaks. Oh, they reach. They have quite the range.
Yeah, boosted cloaks are very deadly.
Yeah. So you have 17 stars. Are you going to get the giant there in that city next to Elyrion?
Well, I choose to use both my monuments to get the giant instead of the farms, because the farms cost a ton of stars.
Oh.
So now I get the giant, and I get a ton of units.
And you still have enough
And
that you could get a giant there later with farms.
yes, and we also want the monuments here because we want to get 2 giants and push this one towards the capital. Because we have so many units, we can shape where the giant goes.
Yeah, you have to direct it because otherwise it'll go towards the middle of the map. But you can place units to decide where you want to go. Oh, and they get a wall. So Elyrion gets a wall here because they see the giant and they're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, they see what's coming. They know there's going to be another giant, and they see all these units.
So their Cymanti is going aggression and their Elyrion is supporting and just defensive, staying alive.
Yeah, that's their win condition for this game now. Like, if they get rid of Imp's capital, then we don't have the embassy bonus anymore. Well, our win condition is me overpowering Elyrion while Imp protects himself. So it's kind of like a mirror matchup with
it is.
very different tribes.
Yeah.
Elyrion spawned with 6 level sanctuary.
Yeah, that sanctuary spot is crazy strong.
And level 4 here.
Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Imperius gets sieged by the centipede, and the centipede gets a segment. I mean, looks like Imperius can unsiege, but it's gonna cost them a lot.
One thing to note.
Yeah?
Imperius misclicked stars instead of walls here.
Oh, so your teammate, you guys had planned to get a wall, but he made a mistake?
Yes. So that led us to getting a lot more pressure than we should have because there was no wall there. And the centipede could get there without needing to kill away his hexapods on the shield, like on the wall defender. So that hurt.
Yeah.
But we end up still deciding to get the defender because we know we have enough units to kick off the centipede. And we're relying on me having enough units to both kicking off the centipede while progressing on this front. So we cannot kill the segment, so we're forced to just kill the head so he cannot take the city.
Yeah, suboptimal. It's always better, right, to kill the segment if you can.
Yeah, because he just regains the unit, basically. Now I got the second giant. Have all these units here to push.
Nice. I like that giant push.
And now I'm applying quite a bit of pressure on Elyrion. And I'd say this is pretty good for us because I'm already applying to Elyrion capital, while Cymanti still has a bit way to go till Imp's capital. And getting rid of this embassies for one of the sides is pretty big because it's 8 stars per turn.
Yeah, once you take Illyrion's capital, they can't have an embassy anymore. There's no place to put an embassy. Yeah.
But because of this wall, it ends up being very problematic for us because you kind of need 2 giants or a ton of units sacrificed just to siege the city.
So yeah, Elyrion knows it's going to get siege, so they enchant all the polytars.
Yes. And they have a ton of polytars. Get stars from the ruin, which is good for them, but is not as good now because they kind of don't have anywhere to put the stars to. Like, they can't get more embassies and they can't really train more units. So they're just sitting on a lot of stars here.
Yeah, and getting an egg isn't helpful because it'll just die.
Cymanti is being careful with his cloak. He isn't being too aggressive. And one thing about this game also, and the tribe selection, we knew that these tribes, they cannot make knights. So I can spam riders with no consequence.
Well, Cymanti cannot make a knight. Technically, Elyrion could, but like you said, there's no safe place for them to do it. They have all those stars and they couldn't even use them.
Yes, if they trained a knight, that knight would just get killed.
Yeah. So realistically, your opponents cannot get knights. No.
Okay, now I finally have my 2 giants, so that I could potentially go for a siege on his capital. But I miscalculated.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he has just enough with his defender to kill this giant. Unfortunate, and like one extra hit from any of my units would have prevented that.
Oh, so you could have sieged, but you didn't calculate it?
No, I could have prevented the death of my giant.
Oh.
But now that he has used all those stars, now he's poor. Yeah, Imp just keeps a critical mass of units
And heals, gets the poison off.
in his base, and he can't really do much to Cymanti. But for now, it's kind of stalemate-ish because he can knock off, and Cymanti has to be careful not to lose his centipedes because that's his strongest unit.
Do you think the map's pretty balanced right now?
I'd say the map is still in our favor.
Yeah, I would say you as Zebasi still have a really strong position.
Where did Cymanti's cloak go? Oh, I'm on my view.
What happened to the cloak? Good question. Cloaks are most useful to hit big cities. So if there's no big targets, then maybe he's waiting till you grow the city more. I don't know.
Technically, it would be worth it, but it's an investment of 8 stars like 3 turns ago.
Right.
But I'd agree on waiting on the cloaks for maybe we'll upgrade the city.
Right.
And they'll get more value, but
you don't. So
I
the
don't know.
cloak doesn't
Yeah, it doesn't do much.
So what's your plan of attack to get that Elyrion capital?
So now we want a lot of stars, and I have 33 stars, but we're kind of struggling because our tech costs are also very big.
Oh, chivalry. When did you get chivalry? Turn 12, you're saving up stars, and then turn 13.
Yeah, we get chivalry.
You had 55. You had 55 stars at the start of turn 13. Yeah, that's enough to get chivalry and a knight, right?
Yes.
Nice.
And yeah, that's our win condition because now Elyrion walled up and I don't have a second giant. Like I can't really siege this with just a giant and like where's riders because too many of them die to a wall and he can unsiege with the egg.
So you decided to pivot and just go into knights?
Well, we didn't pivot into knights because we always wanted the knights. It's just we never had the enough amount of stars to go both mass riders and go to knights. Like we have to sacrifice production to get the knights.
So you're not pivoting into knights. Knights were the plan the whole time. You've been saving up stars and now there they are. Look at that. Lovely. Aha. So this is a big moment, right? You and your teammate break peace. To me, that's a huge flag that's like, wait a minute. Why would teammates break peace? And they have diplomacy, so they can see that you two broke peace, right?
Yes. What happens in this turn, we get knights, and we did a bit of a misplay because we trained more units last turn, planning to build only one knight, but this coming turn we realized that we'd much rather have 2 knights, like one for Cymanti, one for Elyrion. So we had to disband some low-cost units.
There's 2 riders that go poof. They disappear. Poisoned riders. Yeah, so it's a little suboptimal getting that rider in the capital, but you were able to disband 2 of those weak poisoned riders and afford the 2 knights. Yeah. Yeah, and like we were talking about before, that Cymanti cloak hits your Zebasi city, but it was only a level 3, so you only get the 3 daggers, 3 stars. It's not as good as it could. It's not as lucrative as it could have been.
Yeah, but we can see turn 14. It's turn 14 now, and that's the special turn of this game.
Yeah, and again, last turn, you and your teammate broke peace. Like I was saying, that's a huge flag. To me, that's like, wait a minute. There's 2 reasons. One would be if you take your teammate's city or if you attack your teammate, right? So something's coming. One of those 2.
And they know knights are coming.
They know knights are coming, and they know that you can kill an Imperious teammate to reach them. They know that.
Well, our thinking of breaking the peace was also because we want me to have more reach on this side with the knights, because Cymanti is approaching here. Okay, going back to turn 14, they know I have knights, and they know we broke peace.
Yes. They have to be expecting something troublesome. They have to expect the knights and the ability to chain through Imperious.
Yes, that's one thing they have to take into account, and they are kind of forced to move their units in a way that we can't chain all of them, of course.
Well, they try to prevent a chain, but we'll see if they succeed.
But at this point, we were very happy because we were spending a lot of time planning out our moves because of how many units we have. Like with all these riders, we need to draw out so many lines and like they all cross over each other. It took quite a lot of time for us.
So they try to space out their units. They try to put their defenders, Ketons, in the front.
And they end up sieging the cities, like as trying to separate the units. So like from the Knight chains.
Yeah, on face value, it looks like Cymanti isn't like pulled off a really big turn. Like it looks like, wow, Cymanti is sieging 3 of your cities. Like, oh no. But in reality, you have 2 knights, which can make all the difference.
Yes. And doom is coming. And from their perspective, it's very hard to plan such a turn where you have to avoid 2 knights. Like, in my opinion, they played really well this game.
Yeah.
Like with some mistakes. I feel like both parties made like a similar amount of mistakes. Like some
Yeah,
the worst, some of
because
the
you
less.
misclicked the wall and you miscalculated attacking their walled city. So it was not perfect play. Yeah. All right, let's see the setup, right? So Imperius, your teammate, has to place the units in such a way to allow your knight to reach.
Because what happened with Cymanti retreating these hexapods, avoiding the knights, they made the chain possible.
Yes.
Because on face value, it doesn't look like a chain would be possible. Like, how can there be a connection through here?
Right. Where that monument is, there needs to be a unit there to chain through, because currently it's not a connect. There's no way to reach.
But finally, Imp on turn 14, Imperius gets roads.
Good.
He uses all his stars on roads and very carefully kills this.
The Keton kills the Keton on the mountain and very carefully bounces, right? Escapes those riders to place them just so
that my knight can go through them and reach this centipede as well. Because Imperius does not have enough units to kill the centipede.
But it can weaken the centipede.
Yes, he can weaken the centipede. And especially this unit can kill the segment and move on to this tile. With this unit moving on to these tiles.
Yeah, and it's important to kill the segment first.
Yes.
And now look at that.
Although it was...
Look at that. You put your rider on the Cymanti monument. There it is. That's the linchpin, right? Woo!
And even though we have a chain here, we want everything, and
yes,
we make the chain a lot bigger and get this centipede as well.
I want to paint this picture. Ah, that's so great.
I think most people watching can like see the path that's gonna happen now. Like during the game, I was very excitedly.
Yeah. So you must have been like,
turn.
woohoo! You must have been so just like, let's go. I want to do it.
Yeah, I was super ecstatic. I kind of scared to misclick, but.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, like if you misclick one time, it can be very.
You're like, don't mess it up. Just do it, and then it okay. Let's see it. It's so great.
So just taking care of the pesky.
You used one knight to unsiege the daggers from Cymanti over there.
And the other knight will be used just shortly.
You attack with the riders to weaken the centipede head.
And the Keton. And there he goes.
4, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait, I missed 15. Wait, I think there was more. I wrote
1,
15
2, 3,
units.
4,
I
5,
wrote 15.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 units.
Yeah.
Yes. 15 units chain, of which 7 are of Imp, but
right.
The other units of Cymanti are either equal of value or much more of value. So
the shaman, the cloak, and you siege the capital. Like, that's so fantastic.
Yes, as a very good value. Well, actually, I think it's one more Cymanti unit because it's 8 Cymanti and 7 of ours. So technically still unit positive. Here we cleared out all of Cymanti and it's looking very grim from them.
Yeah, this was it. This was the turn This is the turn that everything changed, and it's like, oh, they're done for.
But yeah, pretty nice to look at.
And this is like what makes team games so much more satisfying. Like, a lot of people ask, like, why do you in Poly Champions and playing 2v2s and 3v3s? It's because you can do this kind of coordinated strategy where you work with a teammate to pull off something like this. It's just so satisfying.
Very good feeling pulling off such a chain. Like, I think they played really well in general.
Yeah. They played it appropriately. So I know the game continues a little bit more after this. Like, Cymanti's able to unsiege barely.
Yes. They still keep fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Effectively, Imp and Cymanti traded most of their units here because now they're pretty barren. And while this setup here remained the same. And a big problem is that I, as a powerhouse, retain units, and their powerhouse lost their units.
Yeah. So the three other players, Imp, Cymanti, and Elyrion, are not in good shape, but you as Zebasi are in a really good shape, so that's all that matters. And then you make a move on the capital. Finally, you send in enough units to siege the Elyrion capital.
Yeah, finally we have enough.
You'd been waiting to do that for like 5 turns.
Yes. It's like this. Elyrion really managed to defend that city well and did not give it up for the longest time. This giant actually gets Houdini. Final sieges, and then he gets Houdini.
What? Oh, well played, Elyrion. Well played. I mean, you were probably like, oh no, but really, well done, Elyrion. I love that.
Actually, getting Houdini is completely fine because getting Houdini means that all his units are grouped up and I can kill everything.
Oh, your knight can go in there and chain through to their egg. Uh-oh.
Yes. So them Houdining is just saving one turn, but it will get the city gets siege next turn.
It delays the inevitable. Anyway. Yeah. Still, I think it's fun. Whenever somebody does a Houdini, I don't know. I think it's a great thing that we have that in the game. It's really neat.
I do some order mismanagement. I was supposed to make 3 veteran knights, and I make 2, but that's very minor. And that's his game.
Yeah, I really like this. I really liked the coordinated knight chain with your ally. That's just the way you set it up is really, again, so satisfying. So, yeah, really fun game. Thank you so much for talking me through it. Please like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. Come play Polytopia with us. Join our league. A link to the Discord server is in the description. Take care. See you on the next one.